Boom! 2.3 miles short of 100 miles ran in September 2025. Who would have thought? I'm like the illegitimate offspring of Superman and Iron Man put together. Bang down in the center of Bangkok on a nice Saturday afternoon. Compliments of a tuk-tuk driver by the name of Bien Bien. We went crawling through the streets of Bangkok circa 9:30 via, first of all, the palace. You'll see the palace here on the left. I asked him, is that where Rama the Tenth lives with his 42 billion asset management fund? He kind of looked at me with the big Thai eyebrows. Who are you trying to kid now? Talking to me about Rama the Tenth and his 42 billion. That's compliments of ChatGPT, says I in my head. Which are anyway, that's a different story. So I'm coming to the end of my trip now, and I'll just give you a little recap. After a few sparkly days in Koh San Road, where I might well have accidentally, and I mean this 100% accidentally, ended up in this establishment. And it's kind of like Starbucks meets a Temple Bar nightclub. You can chill out there. As you can see, this gentleman has 1,000,001 glass jars on the counter. And you can smoke CBD, which doesn't even have any THC in it. So whether I got high or not is a different story. I think I might have, but only accidentally, so I don't think it counts. And it was only the once or the twice. So I don't think I'm in any fear of a relapse anytime soon, considering I drank quite a few soda waters on this little holiday of mine. When I got up to Chiang Mai, I immediately attended the morning 9 a.m. meeting in what's the name of it? Oh, it's an unusual name, in the center of Chiang Mai, just by the old town wall. And did I attend? Yeah, basically there's 3 meetings a day, and so I just bounced from one NA meeting to the other, and in between it, continue with my run therapy. 98 miles I ran in the month of September. I was stealing from a page of Murakami, who's a very famous Japanese writer. He wrote the Norwegian Wood and the Wind Up Bird Chronicle. And he has a book, What I Think About When I Go Running. And in it, amongst other things, he stated that when he first got into running, he simply set the target of running 6 miles a day. He wanted to be the kind of runner who ran 6 miles a day. And he doesn't necessarily have to run all of those 6 miles like on one day. He could have 3 miles one day and 9 miles the next. But ultimately, he said a good goal to have as a runner is to run 6 miles a day. So that's what I've been almost doing. I mean, I don't know, probably averaging out at 5 miles. Here you can see a transformer randomly on the left-hand side of the main entrance to Chinatown. And this is where Bien Bien brought us towards the end of the night tour, which was last night. And it was fairly crowded now, to tell you the truth. Noodle stall upon noodle stall. And had some nice, whatchamacallit, coconut ice cream. That was probably the highlight of Chinatown for me. Possibly also this transformer. I thought it was pretty neat. But anyway, I met quite a few people in recovery up in Chiang Mai, amongst whom quite a few of them were in attendance at the local treatment centres there in Chiang Mai. And a lot of them, what they do is they'll finish up their treatment and they'll stay on afterwards in a voluntary capacity. Or maybe they make a few quid, I'm not sure. But I didn't get to do the 3-day trek in the end. I did take an overnight trip up to Pai, and there's a video of that. Here we see a bunch of mad Egypts dancing on tables at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was not out drinking, nor was I dancing on tables, but I did wake up at the early hours and said, I might as well go take a stroll, see if I am missing out on anything. And you'll see a white M&M wannabe up on the counter there. Was he any good? Not really. This one is interesting. It looks like the Buddhist equivalent to a baptism. You can see the little fella there, probably about 2 years old, and he is walking down along an aisle of orange robe clad monks, and in front of each of the monks there's a little gift wrap, and what he's doing is he's pushing the gift over in front of the monk, and then he's bowing, and he's saying in his little 3-year-old brain, cup and cop, which is quite a nice ceremony, isn't it? Like if you compare it to the mumblings of a Catholic priest at the altar of a Catholic church. Here you have some groovy looking Buddhist monks, all of them getting presents, so they're happy out with that. And then you've got the great big golden statue in the background. So maybe, I don't know, what does this say about the difference between East and West? Do they have a better idea of how to live life in the East than they do in the West? Tomato, tomato, as they say. Anyway, we shall leave it there. I think that's the end of my YouTubing for this particular Thailand trip. I'm not sure where my next trip will be. Maybe I'll do a circuit down to Dumaguete, over to Alona and back around to Cebu in a few weeks' time.